Dakota Four Paws, a dark stone shaman tale. In the waning light of an ageless dusk, within the heart of the land that has whispered secrets from the dawn of time, my tale unfolds, a narrative so steeped in darkness and despair that even the bravest souls might tremble at its recounting. I am Dakota Four Paws, a child of the earth, chosen to bear witness to horrors that would rend the veil between sanity and madness. My father, the village healer, was a beacon of wisdom, a bridge between the seen and the unseen, a guardian of the ancient rites that bound our people to the rhythms of the earth and the animals that lived among us. It was under his guidance that our village flourished, living in harmony with the spirits of land and sky. From my earliest days, he had chosen me to follow in his footsteps, to become the vessel through which our traditions would endure. One day, a stranger came to us, beaten and broken, bearing the marks of an unfathomable violence. He was met with fear and suspicion. When he staggered into our world, a specter more than a man, his arrival tore at the fabric of our existence in ways none could have anticipated. He spoke, in halting breaths, of his people, settlers seeking to carve a life from the untamed expanse, who had encountered the Black Fang tribe. The name itself was a storm on the horizon, a harbinger of blood and grief. The Black Fang tribe were feared not just as warriors, but as shadows that swept across the plains, leaving desolation in their wake. Tom and a scant few of his people had survived their wrath, a miracle tarnished by separation and uncertainty. He did not know the fates of the others, whether they still roamed, lost and broken, or if the earth had claimed them. This uncertainty was a specter that haunted his recovery, a shadow that our care could not dispel. In his wounded form, my father saw an opportunity, not just to save a life, but to pass on his sacred knowledge. Through the act of healing this man, Tom Harrison, he intended to teach me the deepest mysteries of our people. As I cared for Tom, applying the ancient medicines and performing the sacred rituals, I learned to commune with the spirits, to draw upon the power of the earth itself. With each passing day, as Tom's strength returned, so too did my connection to the ancient ways deepen. I was not merely saving a man, I was stepping into my destiny as a shaman. Amidst this tempest of sorrow and healing, an unforeseen calm emerged between Tom and me. Our bond was the slow, persistent growth of a seed in fertile soil, nurtured by shared hardship and the gentle passage of time. As seasons turned, our spirits intertwined, crafting a tapestry of love that was both a salve to his haunted heart and a beacon for my burgeoning path as a healer. Our love was a dialogue of silent understandings, of laughter that echoed through the canopies, and of shared toils that drew us ever closer. We existed within a bubble of tranquility, an oasis that defied the storm of violence that had first borne him to us. But our world, so delicately balanced between light and shadow, was soon to be engulfed in darkness. The night they came, everything changed. My beloved village was torn asunder, our people massacred, my father cruelly ripped from this world. His body, once a conduit of ancient power, lay lifeless, a silent testament to the savagery of those who had invaded our sanctuary. Yet the world has a cruel penchant for shattering such oases. The night our village was razed, my soul was torn asunder, fragmented by the sheer magnitude of loss and horror. In that cataclysm of fire and blood, parts of my soul fled into the sanctuary of the earth, seeking refuge in the dark veins that webbed through the hills surrounding our village. These shards of my being raced through the mines, a desperate wailing torrent that sought solace in the depths of the earth but found none. Instead, driven by a primal scream of anguish, they lashed out, consuming any living being in their path with a voraciousness that mirrored my inner turmoil. Emerging from the mines, these pieces were changed, imbued with a raw, untamed fury. Now, carrying the weight of transformation and the legacy of my father, my purpose has crystallized into a singular focus. I am to seek out this particular band of Comanche, not merely as an avenger, but as a shaman touched by the deepest sorrows and powers of this earth. My journey is no longer just a quest for retribution. It is a pilgrimage through the shadows of grief, a search for understanding, and perhaps, in some distant glimmer of hope, reconciliation. In my heart, where love for Tom still burns, I carry both the scars of loss and the strength of the earth itself. This is my story, a tale of love and loss, of darkness and light. It is a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit, the enduring power of ancient wisdom, and the inescapable cycle of life and death. In the shadowed paths I walk, I carry the essence of my father, the legacy of the shaman, bridging the gap between worlds, seeking understanding in a world forever changed. I now start the next chapter of my life, reborn as a Darkstone shaman.